Yesterday, USA. Sights and sounds left behind for the duration, but never forgotten. The motion picture is seen to that. It follows the soldier to the far reaches of battle. Bright lights, laughter, home for those who thirst for sights and sounds not alien to American eyes and ears. From the first day he's in camp, motion pictures play a varied role in the average soldier's life. Not only is he entertained by them, he's also oriented and trained through the medium of the silver screen. Training films boast a worldwide attendance of 30 million GIs monthly. To date, the Army has produced 708 training films. The industry adds 101 as its non-profit contribution. Army-operated libraries supply the armed forces with all types of films and equipment for projection of motion pictures. 260 libraries in this country, approximately 60 overseas, bookings soaring into astronomical figures, a barometer for gauging the response of the using branches to films designed solely for the military. And there's no denying Johnny Doughboy's interest in the Fighting Men series, a 100% Hollywood product providing grim training lessons. To fully appreciate their popularity is to reveal that 5 million soldiers monthly attend screenings of the Fighting Men film. These and thousands of additional reels shown and re-shown must necessarily receive careful handling. Inspection and repair of films and machines occupies soldier technicians skilled at this type of work. Equipment that gives life to precious celluloids, such as the Why We Fight orientation films fashioned by Hollywood-trained craftsmen. Worldwide Army release alone requires 225 prints per subject. Dramatic to the extent of arousing those who must meet the common enemy. This series goes a long way toward familiarizing our soldiers and the nation with the fitness and ruthlessness of the foe. Britain and Russia display wide interest in these and other United States Army films. Foreign versions, too. 275 training films for Spanish-speaking good neighbors, as well as 212 translations for Portuguese-speaking troops. 30 subjects over a brief period for friendly French troops. We've translated 177 films for the Chinese Army, putting strange words into G.I. Joe's mouth.
用来节制引擎旋转的速度，那样就能保持安全跟节省油料消耗。
In our Army, entertainment shorts mean GI movies and screen magazines. Overall total, 320 prints per release. Behind the scenes are the soldier producers, writers, directors, cameramen, editors drawn from Hollywood to do a job for the military. Including all armed forces, the industry service roster has reached 29,652. However, as vital as anything the film people are contributing is the role they're playing in the maintenance of morale among the rank and file of our embattled legion. Those assigned the terrific task of storming the beaches of the 7 seas are carrying out their assignments with decisive fury. But apart from the actual fighting, they have definite cravings. Letters from home and entertainment motion pictures. Hollywood features that will provide brief respite from the nerve-shattering thunder of battle. The industry is giving the films, and the Army's getting them right up to the firing lines through a world network of exchanges. Iceland, England, Gold Coast Africa, North Africa, Middle East, Iran, India. Greenland, Northeast Canada, Newfoundland, Bermuda, Trinidad, Panama, Northwest Canada, Alaska, Hawaii. Australia, New Caledonia, and Fiji. In New York, the Army's Overseas Motion Picture Service handles the complex problems of wartime shipment with trained efficiency. 3 new features every week, 63 prints per subject donated by the motion picture industry. A top priority is granted those responsible for moving the 16mm films to the combat areas. The objective, not only to give the troops the best in entertainment pictures, but also to get the films on screens overseas as preview performances, or at least to show them simultaneously with their release in the States. A staggering assignment this, considering the distant lands to be reached. Yet global mileages shrink before today's transportation. And air express with military right-of-way is just the kind of handling most of these shipments receive. Film distribution moving in the trend of the times faster than ever before. $1 million worth of morale wrapped in each carton. Programs for shipment by fast boat are crated and rushed to ports of embarkation. Ammunition for entertainment unreeling to span the universe, stretching out to the 19 central depots and then to flow to the pinpoint fighting outposts on the Earth's surface. Not a single area will be overlooked, no matter how minute. Whether the potential audience be 10,000 or just a handful of 11 or 12 is of no concern. The movies will reach them. And here they are over there, films to be routed through exchanges and sub-exchanges to thousands of exhibition points. From the very first moment the new pictures touch foreign soil, they see few idle moments. 5 months is the playoff time or life of the average feature arriving overseas. During that time, the emotion is literally worn from the films by ceaseless projection. Leaving this one exchange in New Delhi, the features branch out to circuit a far-flung area. Today you can safely say that a tactical map is also an Army film distribution map, stretching for countless miles in every direction. But this is only the beginning. From here on, the films and equipment must be moved to the interior, must be moved by whatever modes of transportation are available, and those that can be improvised. Naturally, much is contingent on the risk and terrain, but it can be said that wherever supplies are moved, by what means they are moved, so the films are carried right up to the threshold of battle. In the skies over the battle-scarred Southwest Pacific area, film containers are part of the cargo en route from New Caledonia to a strategic highland outpost. Below is Bougainville. Similar landings are made throughout the Solomon Islands and surrounding areas where our hard-fighting troops are making it hot for the Jap. The welcome passengers begin the last leg of their journey, moving right up with the mail bags. Letters from home and movies tonight at the Bougainville Roxy. The films are greeted like long-lost friends. Weary but eager warriors converge on their little theater as the word races through camp. A brief lull means that some of the men can see the new show while others keep up the jungle watch. The names of these island battlegrounds are familiar to all who follow the war in the Pacific. Yet how many know that men starve for entertainment, are carving their own makeshift theaters out of a tangled wilderness? These scenes and all that follow were photographed by combat camera crews. This is the real McCoy, spot coverage that breathes realism into all that has been written about the average GI and his craving for motion pictures. Wire reels for seats, coconut logs for seats in a palm grove selected for added atmosphere. They even line up all the empty gas barrels in sight. Anything that can be sat on. Ingenuity born of necessity, and their arrangement makes good sense, right up to the placement of the projection booth. Sometimes rear echelons can go in for fancier and more permanent structures. This is the best in the area. But fancy or otherwise, the same results are produced. Countless thousands of war miles, millions of troops, heterogeneous in other respects, yet maintaining a mutual interest in screen entertainment. Emotions reduced to their simplest formula. Men weary from battle and long treks through the no man's land of a score of fronts. Men grasping for that which symbolizes home and loved ones and enjoyment of life. strange appetites can now be satiated. Hunt! For those resting behind the lines while recovering from battle wounds, there is added interest and appeal in the motion picture. Time passes easier and more quickly. Imaginations are stimulated, and the scars of combat minimized for the moment. Waiting for the show, the early birds catch the best vantage points. Lend-Lease, troops of allied nations find the welcome mat wherever films are unreeled for American doughboys. A special treat tonight for New Zealanders, fighting side by side with the Yank in wet and heated jungles. Rain is no barrier. The show must go on. Shielded by jungle ponchos and other coverings, our troops sit through the pouring tropical rainstorm, and it would be bad for the operator were he to stop the show. Army nurses at an undisclosed fighting front. A notice is posted. Enough said, woman's the same in the Army or out. Naples, where we find the Air Corps taking a flyer and a gas buggy minus the familiar wings. They're heading for the movies. In big cities, the problem is much more simple. Just find the right kind of auditorium, and you can give the men the same presentation they used to get at home. In the outlying areas along the Italian front, mobile units are doing the job of bringing the movies to the troops. Most outfits only show about 3 nights a week, so it's not uncommon for the men to visit another camp close by, even though they'll see the same picture as the night before. Come and see it, men, and that they do. It's the same story each time operations permit time out for relaxation. One of the bigger problems is getting sufficient films to the right places at the right time. 1,500 and more shows a night with a 5.5 million weekly attendance is big-time exhibition. Naturally, every soldier wants to see a brand new film. Something he can write home about, like a world premiere on an airplane-mounted screen. But demand and supply can't always coincide, although the Army's doing everything possible within tactical limitations to rush the best in screen entertainment to its men wherever they may be stationed. Included are screenings for troops and convoys on every ocean and for patients aboard hospital ships. By supplying the films, the motion picture industry is creating goodwill that could not be bought at any price. There should be ample reward in merely studying the scenes that are to follow. Excerpts from 5 typical features already shipped overseas will help to illustrate the joy and appreciation of servicemen and women the world over.
Thanks for the movies, never...
Just a minute, Mr. Jones. Where have you been with my daughter till this hour of the morning? And I don't want to hear the one about the little accident on the way home, or the flat tire, or falling asleep in the movies.
But it's not so late, Papa.
It may not be late where you come from,
We
but
all
where...
come from the same place.
Shut up! Why don't you say something?
Don't make too much noise, Papa. You're waking up the whole neighborhood.
Will you get back in the house? I'll give you one more chance.
He's gonna explode, Papa.
Flat tire!
We fell Papa!
That's all I want to
Papa!
do. I'll
Hey, Norma, come on, Mommy! Papa, the narrate! Beat it, Norma!
This is a lovely way to spend an evening. I want to save all my nights and spend them with you.
You can't help yourself because you're mad, mad, mad! Yes, you're insane! Hello? Hello? Sergeant! Sergeant! Sergeant, it's Jack!
I planted a rose. Let there be roses.
I love you. I love you. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for me.
You are now in heaven and on earth. Your life begins, O Benedict.
This has been the real-life portrayal of the average soldier and his reaction to entertainment films. He likes them. He wants them to keep on coming more and more often. The Army's official appreciation is voiced by Lieutenant General Brian Somerville, accepting for our troops the 10,000th movie presented by the motion picture industry for overseas exhibition. General Somerville.
Recently, I have visited Australia, India, China, and Africa. And I know from personal observation what these motion pictures mean to the men overseas. While it be difficult to place a value on these programs the motion picture industry is providing, we do know this: the morale of our troops is high. The laughter, music, and general entertainment which comes out of a single small package like this one have helped to build that morale.